years and is now facing an Ellis Act today. He shares the apartment with a few other tenants, two of which are a father and a daughter who is going to school right now in San Francisco. She's in high school. It's her last year of high school. And they've been living in the unit for the last 12 years now. When these folks reached out for help to fight their Ellis Act eviction, they were told that they didn't stand a chance, not even for an extension. Why? Because their unit is registered as a single-family home and is exempted from any additional protections, none, despite the fact that there's a senior with a long-term illness who's been living there for over 30 years and a minor who's in school right now finishing her last year with aspirations to go to college. These folks had two huge reasons to fight the Ellis Act.
That's right. And
because of this exemption, they're going to be forced out of their home and very soon. And despite their best resolve to fight, I hope Mr. Gomez is here today with his granddaughter, but despite their efforts to fight this Ellis Act, this eviction, this exemption actually is going to prevent them from even getting some more time. And none of them want to leave. This case illustrates one of the loopholes in the state and local protections, the fact that single-family homes is exempt from additional protections that would otherwise be offered to seniors and for minors. It's exactly why in San Francisco we need to stand up and we need to be an example for the rest of the state that we need stronger protections for the most vulnerable of our tenants. So I call out for state and local officials to repeal the Ellis Act. And in the meantime, please close these loopholes. It's ridiculous.
Thank you.
Repeal the Ellis! Repeal the Ellis!
Repeal the Ellis! Repeal the Ellis!
Repeal the Ellis!
Repeal the Ellis! That's right. Thank you so much.
who are these landlords and where are their houses?
Yeah. What was that?
Who are these landlords and where are their houses? Why aren't we in front of their houses?
That's right. Thank you so much. We also need to hit up our local representatives. That's right, Scott Wiener and the supervisors to do something about this and do something about it now because we have a lot of folks that are facing eviction right now.
30,000 vacant apartments!
Tommy, we have another speaker?
30,000 vacant apartments done right now in the city!
We have a tenant who also came here today. We didn't know about this eviction. She's being evicted from her place in Potrero, another neighborhood to add to the list. Do you want to say something real fast?
Sure. I've lived in my home for over 37 years. The last 12 years, I took care of my mother. I was her caregiver. She passed away in this house. It has a lot of sentimental meaning. It's my home. It's been my home. And I don't want to leave, but unfortunately, my landlord, who bought the building 7 years ago, wants to see me out. I also am disabled, and he doesn't care. And hope we can all get something out of this rally today, have the officials that need to be informed. Let us keep our homes. Thank you.
So we're marching to the Board of Supervisors, right?
So now we're gonna hear from Ted Gullickson, and then we're gonna have a song to wrap it all up. Okay? So hang out for another couple seconds, and we will go out with a song by Francis, but not right this moment, Francis. First, we're gonna have Ted Gullickson from the Tenants Union, who's also another tireless fighter against evictions.
Thank you, Tommy. So I think we all know that we're in the middle of a second .com bust here. In fact, while someone was speaking, I noticed a Google bus stopped here at the bus stop because we have like thousands and thousands of high-tech workers being shipped from San Francisco down to Silicon Valley every day, not to mention all the workers in Twitter and all the other companies in San Francisco making lots and lots of money. In fact, their interns, their college interns, make on average $65,000 a year. So these are people with a lot of money, and they've been driving up rents, and now they're beginning to drive up evictions as they're buying apartments out from under us. Since 2011, 2 years ago, Ellis evictions have more than tripled. Since last year, they've more than doubled. And that is not including the ones that don't get filed at the rent board, not including the threats and the buyouts, which are even many, many more. And so that's thousands of San Franciscans, mostly long-term tenants, seniors, are all being kicked out of their homes so that wealthy people can buy them as condominium-type units. And as people have said, what Scott Wiener is proposing to do will just make this worse and drive more and more people onto the streets. So when that legislation comes up next month, we need to make sure we stop it so that we stop the evictions. Because we fought off the last .com boom, and we have to fight off this one too if we want San Francisco to remain our city. Thank you.
Okay, so we're wrapping up. Thank you all so much for being here. We're going to need you to be here in January when there's a hearing on Scott's legislation. We need you to commit to coming to the Board of Supervisors hearing and telling your stories and telling the supervisors that if they pass that legislation, more people, more than this, more people are going to be evicted, okay? And are we going to stand for more people being evicted? Are we going to stand for anybody being evicted? So do you promise you'll come to the board next month and tell the supervisors that? Do you promise? Okay? Okay, Francis, he's going to lead us out with a song. If the media has any questions, please feel free to ask the tenants or ask any of us. Thank you all for coming in. And now here's Francis. Oh, can someone?
Violence against people housing. Stop it. That's up.
We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. Housing is a human right. We shall not be moved. Housing is a human right. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. The Ellis Act has got to go. We shall not be moved. The Ellis Act has got to go. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. Stop the war on the poor. We shall not be moved. Stop the war on the poor. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved.
Yes.
Do you mind speaking to me?
Thank you, everybody.
All right, well, I guess we're going to have maybe one more speaker. We're going to wrap it up here.
I just wanted to thank all the organizations that co-sponsor this event because this really represents a citywide effort. Chinatown Community Development Center. Woo! Causa Justa, Just Cause from the Mission. We got Senior Disabled Action. We got the San Francisco Tenants Union. Housing Rights Committee. The SRO, Mission SRO Collaborative. Federal Housing Clinic. And I hope I did not miss anyone.
The SRO Collaborative. Oh, you got those? Tenants Union, Castro.
Thank you again.
Ace.
Yes, AIDS Housing Alliance. Does good work in the Castro. Of course.
Community not commodity. Occupy.
Occupy, community, not commodity. Anyway, again, acknowledging that this was a really widespread community effort representing many different population communities and neighborhoods. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. What's on camera? You know?
It's all right. I didn't realize my fault.
All right. Anyway, this is FreemanSullivan. I'm going to get away from all the yelling here.
Better now that I saw you today.
There we go. At any rate, we're speaking about housing, the Ellis Act. Make sure that you do contact your local representative. Most important thing today, I would say, though, is to contact President Obama and his office today. The number is 202-264-1111, and let President Obama know no cuts to Social Security. Do that right now. The phone lines are open until 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is FreemanSullivan, and thanks a lot for watching. And I'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. for the interfaith worship service for the dead homeless here in San Francisco. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you tomorrow.